Habib.
That's the most racist thing to say. These motherfuckers all the time. Hey, Habib, what's going on?
I will say this though, man. Like I have a lot of friends from the Middle East, like different Arab countries, man. And I rock with the Palestinians fully, man. Free Palestine. You know what I'm saying? I say that on the record, you know what I mean? Like free Palestine, man. You know, but as much of a conversation and it is as much as Black people have been allies and advocates for a free Palestine since the occupation, you know what I'm saying, of the 1940s by, you know, the Zionist Israelis. Once we like, I that needs to be, because we had these conversations, man, and like, you know, that appreciation needs to be, you know, reciprocated, man. When it comes to our struggles, there has been, man, back Arafat, I believe, Yasser Arafat, who was the leader of the Palestinian Liberation, PLO. You know, he and I want to say Malcolm, but I think he was slightly after Malcolm. But there have been talks.
Yeah, that's that joint you sent me. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I want to watch that though.
Yeah. But there have been talks, man, and support, you know, across the board, man. Like I think that, you know, Arab people are a little bit more diverse than we give them credit for, and we do have a parasitic host relationship with them in America, because they come and they, you know, set up shop and they open the most treacherous businesses in our communities, and they, you know, have very little regard, right? A lot of the time. But there is a context to that we should really be more frustrated with ourselves for allowing that than people taking advantage for you know what I'm saying, for what we allow. Because I've had some conversations, man, with some people that own some businesses, and I absolutely hated the business, but they ended up legitimately being cool people, and we had more in common than not once we got past that predator or parasitic host, you know what I'm saying, sort of relationship, man. So
yeah.
You know, shout out to all my Palestinians, man. I'm in you know, I'm in you know, support of your movement. I don't rock with white supremacy or colonization in any context, and they are fighting white supremacy and colonization. You know, and we need to also have a conversation with them about the Arab slave trade and all of that as well. But you know, there's time for that, and I think that those things they deserve their own respective spaces, because they're both very real issues.
You think they're gonna have a conversation? You think they're gonna have a conversation with us?
I think that we are reaching a point in our communities and in our collective consciousness that certain things aren't going to be able to continue the way that they were. I think that we are going to get to a point of ownership and reclaiming our neighborhoods and our communities, and those that do not fall in line with what we want will have to, you know, get up out of there. I do think that we will get to that point, but I think that right now it is a question, will they have a conversation with us? I think it's when they don't have a choice as to whether or not they're going to have the conversation, that's when the conversation is going to happen, and then we'll see who is who and what is what. But it's up to us to become self-determined for that to happen.
I don't think the ego will allow it.
It's a power dynamic though, man. It's like there's a power dynamic. Like, people aren't respected because people don't respect people because they're people. Most of the time it takes more than just being a human being to gain somebody's respect. We have to understand how we have been depicted and how we represent ourselves, and from a cultural standpoint. And when you look at that honestly, you can understand, at least I can understand, if I'm being completely earnest, why certain people have a negative opinion of our community and of our culture. There are reasons for that. There are a bunch of reasons for that. And we can talk about those. We can dedicate a whole podcast to talking about those. The reasons that we may be dysfunctional and deficient in certain ways. But giving reasons and them being damn good reasons still does not mean that we're not dysfunctional and deficient. And when you're operating from that place, you have to understand why there are certain perceptions. There's a reason why they can come and set up shop in basically every black community across the country, because we do not have our shit together. That's on us. There's a reason why, but it's on us to get our shit together. It's not on them to be nice to us.
That's right. Or even be considerate about the products that they're selling and how they might be destructive. That's why I was saying we have the choice as consumers. Educate yourself as a consumer and make informed decisions about the things that you're buying and how they're serving your interests, health and otherwise. So,
yeah.
So
I think.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No. Go ahead.
I'm done. Go ahead, man.
You sure?
I just got one thing to say. Like, the only way that it could happen is we had a situation where a sister got beat with a pipe in the hood. You know what I'm saying? From a convenience store. A disagreement.
What's the store?
Huh?
What's the name of the store?
Fanny's.
Yeah, Fanny's in Grand Rapids. Yep.
Yeah, and then there's another one where a kid got shot actually, and
same store.
No, different store, but Arabic brand, and they all want Fanny's. I think more people just stood there and protest in front of the store, but the drunks are still getting their liquor anyway, and the other one, it was more aggressive, led by a brother Mike Buxton and stuff, man. That charged and people was out there. I didn't get a chance to make it out there, but they still stand. You know what I'm saying? They still stand. It should have been shut down. It should have been lack of support. It should have been everybody been on cold. But it still stand because people need their liquor. People need their cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like, I think that these stores are being in a relationship with the police to help them nab more African people in America. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because it's so many clubs that people got shot in front of and they shut it down. You know what I'm saying? In Grand Rapids. That was Black ran, right?
Okay.
But there's so many people that got shot in front of convenience stores and they never get shut down. They're not even considered.
Yep, great point.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, like you said, Z, like the charm of it is up to us. It's our responsibility as to what's going on. And we're so caught up in the matrix of distractions that it's gonna be very hard. We won't see the results that we want to see in our own mind. You know what I'm saying? It might be generation after generation. Or it had to be some real messed up shit like aliens came and now we say, oh man, let's stick together. Yeah, I think you're right. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the Daily Walk. This is Aki Bang, Didi Turner, the Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. Excuse me, the Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. I'm fucking it up. The Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. And we out of this motherfucker.
You got it.